In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Guys, in this video, I'm going to discuss two things. First, exporting the DXF of the plates completely, and second, exporting assembly drawings as DWG to scale. So you can work in AutoCAD in the easiest way possible to recreate a plate or whatever you need in CAM. Regarding DXF, when you create a plate, first of all, you need to assign a part mark to it. Part number means the number of the part itself. The difference between a part number and an assembly number is that the assembly number represents the whole assembly, which is made up of several different parts. So, a group of parts make up one assembly. Every single item can be turned into a part, and one of these parts becomes the main part of the assembly. For example, this pipe is the main part, written in capital letters, so the assembly itself takes that exact name. For example, capital letters AS4 or whatever name it has. But for plates, we don't need assembly marks because we never set a plate as the main part of an assembly drawing. In any case, the plate must have a part mark or part number. Now we have placed a set of plates here. After creating them, you need to number the project. Go to Drawing and Reports over here. Then perform numbering, or you can number selected items, number series of selected objects, or modified objects. Whatever has changed will be numbered. It is better to use selected objects numbering when you create new items. You select the objects. For instance, if I copy this plate and modify it slightly, changing this to 300 and that to FL, select it and run number selected, it automatically assigns the number. Let's check the number for this one too. You can see the number is written right next to it. Now to export the DXF of this plate, I go to the menu Export NC Files for Plates. It will search for the selected parts and generate DXF for all plates in your model. In the status bar below it says NC files have been written for plates. If the plate is very large, it warns us if there is an issue or if it wasn't created. To verify if it was generated, go to the menu and select Open Model folder, then the NC files or DSTV plates folder. We see EFLA1 is generated. I already exported it before, so I don't need it now. We always copy this folder path to save time. To convert those DSTV files to DXF, there is a component in Applications and Components named DSTV to DXF. I double-click it. Sometimes it opens directly in the Convert section, so you don't have to navigate through the folders. Because searching through many folders is tedious. If you copied the path, just paste it here at the top and press Enter, and you will go straight to the FL1 folder. As you can see, all files successfully converted. Then open the Output folder and you will find FL1 here. That is the first thing, exporting the DXF. The second part is exporting assembly drawings as DWG. Let me select the assembly first. If I want to export the assembly drawing as DWG, first I select the assembly in the model and go to Document Manager. In the assembly drawing section, there are many files. The easiest way to locate it is to select that part in the model and click. Select and show only drawings containing parts currently selected in the model. Once I click it, it automatically finds the drawing for me. Let me double click to open it now. Of course, if I want to export this as DWG, first of all, I need to check the drawing scale. I click it and under Properties, the scale is shown. The scale is very important. It shows the scale used is 1:15. That is all I need to know, 1:15. Then I click the menu button and select Export Drawing. Here we have a few options. By default, we just leave them as they are. First of all, we select Drawing Snapshot and set the model space scale to 1 to 15. Check Open Folder when finished to access the folder immediately. We also check Include Views outside the drawing frame. Sometimes the views have different scales. For instance, while this view is scaled at 1 to 15, another view might be larger at 1 to 10. You can work on whichever view you need. Then in your RWG file, you can recreate the plate or make any edits. You match the scale of that view, for example, setting it to 1 to 15. Right now, we are working with this one, 1 to 15. We click Export. Here is the file. If I open it, you can see this is the DWG drawing. The hole diameter is 39 millimeters. As you can see, the hole diameter is 39.36. To verify that the scale is correct, we take a dimension check. Yes, it is 39. Tekla Structures automatically corrects it if it is more or less than 0.5 millimeters. Now everything is correct and you can draw whatever you need on it. Before exporting, you can delete dimensions and anything you don't need, like part marks. Supposing you want to draw a plate on top of this, it is simple. You can lock it perpendicular, as you can see, using the perpendicular snapping tools. Then you can export to DXF or use any other method to complete your work.